There is nothing so universally human as the bitter taste of failure, the feeling of pouring your all into your goal, only to come up short, to look back and see how far you've come, only to wonder if it was worth it in the end. Failure, the lack of success in achieving a desired outcome, has the power to fill you with so many emotions: anger, anxiety, sadness. It can paralyze us and grip us in chains of self-doubt. It's that little voice in the back of our mind, the one telling us that we aren't skilled enough, that we aren't clever enough, that winning is impossible and defeat is inevitable. Challenges overwhelm us. You try again and again, but you feel utterly broken. You search for the right solution, but it all feels too confusing. You seek the path to escape, but it feels just outside your reach. Failure turns your motivation into devastation, and as much as you want to rise above your circumstances, oh my goodness, I finally made it up here. Now what? I guess I just jump on this thing here? Back when Hollow Knight first ported to the Nintendo Switch, I'd heard everyone rave about what an amazing game it was, and I was immediately intrigued by the premise. So I downloaded the game and optimistically started off on my adventure, traversing caves, vanquishing a few enemies, and defeating the false knight. Eventually, I felt pretty confident that my experience was going to be just as life-changing as everyone promised. That is, until I got here. Hornet, with her quick reflexes and sewing needle of death, absolutely decimated me over and over. It's one of those moments where you feel as though you've maybe stumbled into a boss fight earlier than the game intended, so you're just naturally outmatched. But the rest of the game was the same. Die, lose everything, and make the long trek back to collect my soul and my geo. Again, and again, and again. I was feeling less and less like the knight I was supposed to be, and feeling more and more hollow. Maya Angelou said, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it." Failure is unavoidable. In fact, there are times where we're supposed to fail. It teaches us humility. It teaches us determination. It humbles us to face our shortcomings. It's during these times that our strength is revealed. The strength to accept our imperfections, the strength to heal ourselves, and the strength to persevere. No one wants to fail. No one wants to lose. But what losing does is teach us. It tests our limits and reveals the gap between the tools that we have and being able to use those tools to unlock our fullest potential. It exposes the areas within us in need of nurturing that still have the power to grow. We may feel broken, but a loss provides us with the knowledge of how to put ourselves back together again. And most importantly, it shows us the true depth of our motivation to reach our goal in the first place. The beauty lies not in avoiding failure, but in overcoming it. Every time we are knocked down, we have a choice. Do we stay down, or do we rise again? When I revisited Hollow Knight for this video, I learned something I didn't know before. It's a Souls-like game, or at the very least, it's pretty close to one. It was supposed to be hard, and while that did help my ego a little bit, now knowing that the difficulty was a feature of the game itself, I fully expected to end my Hollow Knight journey with Hornet again. I thought that would be where my story would end, except it wasn't. I told myself that I wouldn't have the skills to go beyond where my adventure ended 5 years ago, except I did. This time, I knew what I was up against, what was waiting for me, and I'm still going. I've seen more biomes and met more NPCs, and I've had to recollect my soul a lot less this time around. And while I haven't finished Hollow Knight yet, for the first time, I think I can. Believe me, there are times when it's okay to just give up. Whatever rewards await on the other side of the opponent or behind the locked gate just aren't worth the time and stress it takes to get there. But then there are the times where we have the determination to replay that moment of struggle again and again, learning from each defeat, ruling out each puzzle solution that doesn't work, each mistake teaching us another way to do things wrong, in the hopes that the next time we can get things right.
Papanada.